defeat. Others tasted victory. And today, the winners will be crowned. 16 of the best Blizzard RTS players converged here at BLIZZCON 2008 to showcase their skills against some of the best to ever play the game. Today, 2 of those players will surface as BLIZZCON RTS champions. The final matches of StarCraft Brood War and Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne are about to ascend to the stages of BlizzCon. Who will be the champions of these games? The answer is only a few matches away. Today, every unit is crucial. Every play is life and death. Prepare to attack and ready your micro. This is the conclusion of the 2008 StarCraft Invitational and the Warcraft 3 Global Finals. What's up, BlizzCon? It is time for the Warcraft 3 Grand Finals, and we have got 2 very, very interesting players here. We're going to meet them in just a second. I'm DJ Wheat, the host of the festivities here at the RTS stage. Of course, joining me is the lovely Bunny. How's it going, Bunny?
It's going great. Great to be here. I'm very excited for the Grand Finals of the Warcraft 3 tournament, and we'll be starting very soon.
We will be starting very soon. It's been a long road for both of these players, but one of them in particular, a very interesting road. He has not been ever to any event quite like this. He's never played in front of a crowd. He's never played in front of the lights, the cameras, the action. However, he came to this tournament. It's Lucifron from Spain, and he dominated through the upper bracket. In fact, he still hasn't lost a match.
Nope, he has not. Lucifron from Spain, Pedro Moreno Duran. He's only 16 years old, and his story is very unique. A lot of people are cheering for him right now. He's a new face to the esports scene. He had to qualify from the very start. I mean, he started from scratch. He was not invited to any pro ladder. He basically played the open BattleNet ladder on the European realm, I believe Northern, and he just laddered all the way through, made it to the top, qualified to the Pro Invitational, where they invited a bunch of pro players to come play.
Right.
And he played against them, made it to the top. Then he was invited over to the European Regionals, which is his very first offline event that was actually held in Madrid, Spain. And he surprised a lot of people, got 3rd place and qualified here at the Global Finals, and hasn't lost a match yet, made it all the way to the Grand Finals.
Yeah, he's still surprising a lot of people. Now, let's take a look at the lower bracket, because we also had another relatively unknown player coming from Russia. His name was Happy, and he also made it quite far in this tournament, despite losing in the second round of the uppers. You could see there, he was in the lower bracket finals. He defeated Sase in the lowers to eliminate him. He defeated Czech to eliminate him. However, he couldn't get past Lin, and that is who Lucifron is going up against today.
Right, so Lin played Happy in the earlier round today, and he actually was able to defeat Happy 2-0. It was a very close match. In fact, in game 1, I thought Lin was going to lose. He was doing really bad. I walked up, even his friend Czech was telling me he lost.
Not good?
Yeah, he lost. So, I went away, came back, and Czech's like, he won. I was like, oh, what happened? So he won game 1, and then game 2, he dominated and took it 2-0.
A pocket miracle happened. So let's introduce our players officially here up on the stage. He has not lost a match yet here at BlizzCon 2008 for the Warcraft 3 Global Finals. He's 16 years old from Spain. It is Lucifron, and there he is on your screen right now.
Lucifron, Pedro Moreno Duran. I hope I'm saying that right. He is focused now, and yesterday he also told me that he was really nervous coming on stage. There was a big crowd in front of him, and that might have attributed to his first loss, which he lost in the first game. I wouldn't say badly, but he told me he did not play well at all. Second game, he surprised us, and then third, he dominated. So
definitely dominated, and his opponent is no pushover by any means. Hailing from Korea, it is Lin, and he is going to go up against Lucifron here. Now, one thing to point out here is that Lin must defeat Lucifron twice.
Yes, he has to beat him in 2 best-of-3 matches, because Lucifron hasn't been eliminated from the tournament yet. So if Lin defeats Lucifron in the first best-of-3, we're going to have a second best-of-3. So Lin's really got to step it up a notch. His real name is Pak Jun. Lin is 21 years old, and he's from Korea. They're both orc players. And Lin has maybe, I don't know if this is an advantage, but he is warmed up. He did get to play happy earlier on. Right. So his fingers are warmed up. His mode is also in there. Lucifron hasn't had a chance to play against anybody, maybe some warm-up games, but I actually saw him watching the Happy versus Lin match the entire time, so he wasn't really spending time warming up. Okay. So we'll see how that plays out for him.
All right. Well, we also know the map selection for the grand finals here today. Do you want to go over the map selection, Bunny?
Sure. So there are several maps that the players can pick from. They both choose to eliminate 2. That leaves only 3 maps left. One player picks one map, and the other player picks the other, and then there's 3rd remaining. The first map will be taking place on Terranistan. This is Lin's map choice. So Terranistan is here up on your screen. It's a tiny map size, it says, so it's only there's only 2 spawn locations. You know exactly where your opponent is once you start the game. We have a tavern in the middle. There's goblin laboratories that allow you to buy mercenaries and, if you want to buy a zeppelin. But, in this orc versus orc mirror match, some of you guys watched it yesterday already in the winner bracket final. You're not going to see neutral heroes, so there will highly be unlikely any use of the tavern. It's going to be mostly just the regular orc heroes.
And we do know the other 2 maps. Of course, Melting Valley will be the second map. We'll be guaranteed to see that. And then Tidewater Glade would be the final map should we go to 3. Now, if we don't, that would be amazing because that would mean that Lucifron just won 2-0. If we do go to a second best of 3, we'll actually witness the map selection take place and then jump right into the next set of games. With that being said, I think it's time to get underway. But don't forget, guys, BlizzCon is being broadcast in crystal clear high definition over the DirecTV BlizzCon pay-per-view. There is still a lot going on. The closing ceremonies, all the concerts tonight, and of course all the great coverage on the floor. You can find out more information at blizzard.com/BlizzCon/DTV. And there's still time to subscribe. We're going to be showing some of those finals. In fact, they might dial in later on during the Warcraft 3 finals. We'll let you know when that happens. With that being said, you guys ready for some Warcraft 3?
All right, game is now starting. We are in the grand finals of the Warcraft 3 tournament with Lucifron, orc player, against Lin, orc player. Spain versus Korea. Everybody, one more time, let's hear you guys cheer for these guys. All right, so first map is going to take place, as we mentioned, on Terranistan. So right here you have, pause. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a pause. Lucifron is reporting that he's having some sound issues. So we'll see if the stage and tournament admins can take care of that. In the meantime, Terranistan, you mentioned, is Lin's choice. And Melting Valley, we did see Lucifron play on yesterday versus Lin, and he did win that match.
I believe he did, if I can remember correctly. I'm not sure if he did, but he must have. And then he did pick that, so that's his map choice. We haven't seen Tidewater Glades at all on stage in this tournament, so it'll be interesting if we actually get to Game 3 to see how they do.
I know they played Melting Valley in their first set of 3, but I also remember Centaur Grove was in there as well. I'm not sure if maybe one of those players decided not to go with that one. Lin seemed to at least be trying to keep it in the pool, but maybe it's possible that Lucifron actually chucked it out prior to the map picks. Just a guess.
That's a guess. I think Lucifron won on Centaur Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe Lin chucked it.
Maybe Lin chucked it.
Who knows? So we're going to see what happens here with the sound. We're trying to get that repaired. Yeah, we've got a pet Murloc now.
It's a talking Murloc.
He's the new star of the show.
I don't know if you guys checked it out. You can actually get him from the Jinx booth.
So there looks like they're doing some work here inside. Of course, sound being a very important aspect of the game. They're going to check it out right now. And I'm not sure if we're going to recreate the game. It was very early. However, it does kind of throw off the sort of timing and the actions that were already in place. So we'll find out once we get the official word. So coming up after the Warcraft 3 Grand Finals, it's working fine?
Now.
Okay.
So as soon as they're ready to unpause, we'll go ahead and pause. The sound is working. One thing I wanted to mention as well, once we get the game started, we'll see if it's going now. It is. There we go. I did talk to Lin after the match as well, and I was kind of curious as to why Lin thought he lost the winner bracket. A lot of people expected Lin to win, but he